guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and for this one, gonna be reviewing Onward. Oh yes, Onward. For a while, when, the, teaser trailer and, its trailers, they came out and such, I remember, I'm pretty sure I remember, because, I was like, okay, this could be pretty interesting, because, it's Pixar, and it's also directed by Dan, what's his last name, he has worked for Pixar before, and, as we all know, he directed, Monsters University, but, yes, that is correct. He did, but, it was technically his, film debut of directing, his first film he directed, but he'd also directed alongside with John Lasseter the short Mater and the Ghostlight. He was co-director with John Lasseter on that. So, and I remember he started working at Pixar right around when Monsters Inc. was being made, So, because he had co-directed with John Lasseter on Mater and the Ghostlight, and then he made his directing debut of films and such with Pixar with Monsters University, which Monsters University, it's really good, and same producer as well. God, I forget her name, but so with him and her, they have directed and produced Onward, and I gotta say, for him directing, for this being his second Pixar film he's directed, he once again did a pretty good job. And there's interesting things about this film, based on, true things, with the director, because of his experience, because his dad had passed away when he was younger and such, and, 'cause so with Pixar, some things, I guess that happened with some people, and, they add that to the films, and it's very interesting because, hey, this movie being, fantasy themed and such, but with, reality or something like that, it has a good story to it. If you get what I'm trying to say, as I'm trying my best to explain this, But anyways, so when the film with Onward have finally coming out, and when I saw it, I enjoyed it. It was really, really good. And it's actually the first Pixar film, Disney Pixar film, to include a Simpsons short, which is Playdate of Destiny. I think that's how it's titled, yeah. Which centers around Maggie Simpson has a crush on a boy, and you know what, because I remember that there was another Simpsons short with Maggie Smith, which was the one with daycare and such, which that was shown with Ice Age, Continental Drift, so. And now this is the second time with a Simpsons short being in theaters, but this time alongside with a Disney Pixar film, so, But with all that said, with all that out of the way, let's get to Onward. So, first let's talk about, okay, the story, the movie, everything. So, the story is actually pretty good. It has a really good story to it because, okay, I'm gonna, jump back and forth with the story and the characters. So with the characters, we have Ian Lightfoot and his brother, Barley Lightfoot. Ian never got to see his dad, because I think he wasn't even born, he wasn't born until after his dad had died. But Barley, he knew his dad, he knew their dad, so, and with the mom, Laurel, and yet, fun fact, because, Laurel, voiced by Julie Louis-Dreyfus, this is her second Pixar film after doing A Bug's Life, which, yeah, it's, why hasn't she done any other Pixar film? It's kind of like this, because with the director, because he had done Monsters University, he had worked with Dave Foley, because he had voiced Flick in A Bug's Life, and then he did the voice of Terry in Monsters University, the two-headed monsters. And now with Onward, he's now worked alongside with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who has been in A Bug's Life as Princess Ada. So, there you go. Interesting, though. So, Ian wants to know more about his dad, and actually there's there's a staff that, and with this gym, and it can bring their dad back for one day, But of course, the gym goes missing. I think they use the gym too much, and they have to go find another one, and they have 24 hours until they can succeed and see their dad, And then there's also Colt Bronco, if I'm saying, yeah, the horse policeman, the policeman horse, and he gets a few laughs and kind of basically dating the boy's mother, Oh yeah, and he gets a few laughs here and there. The movie has some pretty good laughs, Also, and okay, for instance, this was in the trailer, because Ian uses uses a bit of magic, because they need gas, and they try to make it bigger, the container and such of gas, whatever. But of course, it kind of messes up, and it causes barley, instead of it growing and such, barley shrinks, And then they go to a gas station and such, and they come across pixie bikers, which that sequence is kind of hilarious, I was like, get them, these small ones, and they soon realize that they could fly, they could use their wings instead of their bikes. Oh yeah, and also I think it's the Manticore, yeah, Manticore, the lion with wings and such, voiced by Octavia Spencer. She's Octavia Spencer's a really good actress, and she really is perfect at this part, playing this character. Because Ian and Barley, and did I forget to mention, because half of their dad is there, only his legs and half of his torso, and you know what I'm saying. And so they actually go to I don't know, it's a restaurant and such, but used to be different, because with Manticore and such, she kind of goes on a rampage, and actually she joins with Laurel, and they go off to find Ian and Barley. So, and yeah, the Jeep, the van that Barley has, it's pretty cool. And with the decoration, the painting of the unicorn and such. And oh yeah, I remember this. I'm sure you guys have heard of this too, because they got sued by an artist and such because the artist did something like that, on a van with a horse or whatever. But I honestly think that they probably didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about the artist and with that design, I didn't know. That's happened before, I think. I think because of Monsters, Inc., they got sued twice because of a few authors, and two authors claiming that they stole it, but, everything was perfectly fine because, what Disney and Pixar do has nothing to do with other people's works. And I think it's the same thing with Onward, So, again, I don't think they knew, and I didn't know until this broke on articles and the news. You get the idea. So, you guys let me know what you think of that, because again, you guys let me know what you thought of it. I'm sure some of you probably didn't know about this. Again, I'm sure that some of the people at Pixar didn't know, and I didn't know until this broke news, their articles and etc., But anyways, and there's a pretty funny scene because, because with more on Colt Bronco, because, I'm going to give you to the count of 3. Instead of 1, 2, he just uses his legs, like a horse, you get it? It was pretty freaking hilarious. And they get chased by the police, and, they come to a dead end, and Barley actually sacrifices his van to proceed on, you know. And also, like, oh yeah, because later on, like, oh yeah, because there's one bit of Jello, you know, which is kind of funny. I feel like because, like maybe some parts of, well, I'm sure it would be pretty obvious, like, some of it could be inspired by Indiana Jones type of stuff, you know, or stuff like that, you know, most notably Indiana Jones, but, you know, I mean, you guys let me know what you think, you know, I think it could be pretty obvious, you know, some bits of it. But also, like, at the very end, like, the climax, like, I guess, like, a spirit of a dragon, like the magic or something, like, crumbles up parts of, like, a high school, and the face of a dragon giving a thumbs up, and it becomes, like, a kind of dragon, like, alive and such, and the face of the smiling dragon, like, turns evil, you know, trying to get the gem, you know, and the way of destroying the dragon is inside of it is, like, a core or something, I don't know, but, you know, and actually, because, you know, the dad does appear, and I think, yeah, Wilden Lightfoot, yeah, that's it, like, you know, he does appear, and only Barley gets to see and interact with him, but for Ian, not so much, except for, like, peeping out, like, through the bricks and everything and seeing him. And I forget kind of the rest, but, you know, again, this film does have some pretty funny moments and emotional stuff to it, so, you know. And everything all ends well, you know, like, for Ian, Barley, Laurel, and, you know, oh, and another funny part with Colt Baracco is that, you know, it's just like, hey, aren't you, Laura says, you know, hey, are you not gonna, like, take your car? Like, no, I was born to ride, you know. He takes off his hat, but whips off his hair, and, you know, he rides off, you know. It's hilarious. And yeah, so there's a happy ending to it, you know, and Barley gets a new van and such, and yeah, all ends well for the film. So, you know, I will say, for Onward, you know, it's really good. I really enjoyed it, and, you know, you guys let me know what you think. For Onward, oh boy, like, I don't know. I'd probably, you know, I thought of this, you know, how about I give it 9 out of 10 stars. That's still good. Come on, that's still good. Come on. You know, that's still good. So, with that said, 9 fingers. 9 out of 10 stars for Onward. It's really good. It's enjoyable. It's fantastic. The story, the characters, and with its funny moments and emotional moments to it, you know, everything about it is really good, you know, and especially for it being Dan's, what's his last name, his second Pixar film he's directed after Monsters University, you know. So, and he did a really good job. He did a fantastic job with Monsters University. And with this, Onward, he did it once again. He did a fantastic job once again with this, Onward. So again, you know, again, 9 out of 10 stars for Onward. You guys let me know what you think of Onward, if you enjoy it, you know, because again, I enjoyed it. It's fantastic, no doubt about it. So again, 9 out of 10 stars for Onward. Hope you enjoyed this review video. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review video. Take care, and peace out.